Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a quick, brief minigun shredder guide. What I believe to be the best setup for what you want to use against PvP, and you can just use this in general for other things that you want to, like just farming. But yeah, this is a shredder build. So obviously you're going to need yourself a bash minigun shredder. I've got a anti-armor bash with the shredder mod on it. Breaks slower, and then a quad cryolator. So I'll carry the cryolator around, obviously, just to flick between the bash and the cryolator to unfreeze myself when someone's attacking me with the cryolator. And you can use the cold shoulder, that's optional too. And then obviously you're going to need yourself a full set of assassin's gear. And just the other gubbins, but we'll go into that in a second. Alright. So with that out of the way, here's the perk loadout that you probably would want to set up. So blocker for when you're fighting other people with chainsaws, they'll do less damage to you. Full charge, so you can sprint at the enemy without wasting the fusion cores, so you can fly around a lot, you know, do a lot. Pain train, so you can stagger them when you're sprinting into them. Obviously bash for the shredding. And traveling pharmacy for your chems. Grenadier, I obviously switch that out depending on what person I'm fighting, so it's situational, you know. You can always add one extra perception, which I usually do, and you can run awareness, concentrate fire on Grenadier. You only need one. If you're using the mines, like some puss wipe, then yeah, go ahead, put Grenadier 2 on. But with this, you're going to be a tank. You're going to be a full-on support member for your team. So you're going to want lead belly for your quantums, so you take no rads when taking your quantums. Obviously Nuka-Cola nut, so the cola nuts give you the double benefits, the 3 times the benefits. Fireproof, take less damage from explosions and flame attacks. On top of sizzling style, this is super OP. Radical, so with some rads, you don't have to go fully bloodied with this build, but any extra rads that you do have obviously increase your strength, and that increases the damage of the minigun shredder. So all these perks here, so like the heavy gunner, any damage perks for the shredder don't work. The only thing that works for it is getting your strength up as high as possible. So yeah, there's that. And then Radical obviously helps with that. Life Giver, to add yourself with an extra 45% maximum HP, 45 HP, sorry, not percent, that's my bad. Rejuvenated, so you get the benefits from being fully fed. You can take perfect bubblegum for that. That will give you the gubbins that you need there. Overly generous, that's what I use to test for stackers. So if someone's typically stacking, they won't take radiation with the shredder. It will just put their health back up. So if they're a bloody build, you think they're stacking, hit them with some rads. If their health goes full, they're either applying a rad away conveniently right on time, or they are stacking. There are other ways to check for stackings, but that's going to be for a completely different video. Lone Wanderer because it's broken, regardless whether you're on a team or not. Field Surgeon for the extra percentage with the heals. Strange in numbers, it's obvious. Tenderizer 2, you can run that at rank 3 if you want, but I like to run it on 2. Party Girl 3 to get the extra effects from all the alcohol, so whiskey, vodka, etc. And someone sharing Team Medic, that's not me. First Aid gives you extra heals when you're stimming. And Stabilized, it's working with the shredder, so you obviously get a little extra damage with that, so it's perfect. Through Hiker, so you can carry all those bloody quantums. Born Survivor, so if they do manage to tickle you down to the 20% health threshold if you're not bloodied, it's just like an extra life. I find it quite helpful. Dodgy is a mandatory, you know, that's a standard fucking perk. If you don't have that while you're PvPing, you need to reassess your life. Secret Agent 2, you can run that on 3 if you want. It's all obviously like situational. I have a load of stealth boys, so I don't have to worry about that. Action Boy 3, and someone sharing Escape Artist, which is a handy perk. And all you're going to need for your luck is Starch Jeans and 1 Gun Army. So Bloody Mess was working. Recently it's been a broken perk, so if you can test that, put that back on. So what I have done, I've took 3 points off of the luck, switched them over to the agility, and give myself the Action Girl here. But without the Action Girl, that'd be 3 points over, and you can mess about with any of these here. Obviously, you don't really want to run class freak if you're popping serums. So if you did want to do more damage with your cry later, you could quite easily just take these perks off. Slap on the heavy gunner. There you go. And then voila, you can do a little bit more damage with it. Like I said, you're not looking to do the maximum damage with this build. You're relying on your teammates to be doing that kind of shit, because obviously when you PvP, you want to be a part of the team. So this is more of like a tank support build. You can also change up, you know, party girl if you wanted to spam stims and such and run team medic. That's amazing for helping your team as well. So these are all optional things that you can do. Here's me legendary perks. You obviously want to get them maxed out as possible. Sizzling styles not done. I need to get a little extra grafting on there. That's my bad, but you know, max out fully helps you in PvP. All right, so now we're going to go on to the buffs. So what I'll do before each fight, I'll take some serums. So you want adrenal reaction, bird bones, strength bobblehead, carnivore, eagle eyes, egghead, empath, a grounded, healing factor, herd mentality, marsupial, and escape skin. Demon. You don't need speed demon. Just take it because I can. Talons and twisted muscles. And then I'll pop one of these books depending. So just take one of those for now. So those are your serums that you want to be taking with this build. Just remember, this build won't work. So if you're using like a heavy gunner build and that, you're going to notice your accuracy being pretty well off, but you can like pretty bad. So if you use obviously the suppressed effects, you know, take your serums and that, is going to be beneficial for you in the long run. So with the food, I'll take the rad roach stick for the extra agility, the gulper foot for the extra strength, more damage, more health. You can pop a couple of twists to get in the motion there. So you said there, it says perception, luck, endurance. You can pop these until it says strength, intelligence, you know, something that gives you extra damage, some extra perception, extra energy resistance, and some extra carry weight. At the moment, I don't have any whiskey on me, so I have been using vodkas. Okay. Just making sure you don't have no crap on you that you don't really want. Obviously, I've got a load of shite on me at the moment. I was a bit ill-prepared for this, but, you know, so you want to be taking quantums when you're fighting. Being stealthed stops you from being crit. If they're breaking stealth, you might as well, you know, just pop another stealth boy if you think, just go, okay, right, they're possibly breaking stealth, and then just take another one. Popping quantums also helps. You can spin this up like this, you know, sprint into people. And the beauty of this is it works. You can use it out of PvP and inside of PvP, so it doesn't matter. But as long as you've got the serums and you're busting them, if you haven't got that kind of thing, you can always switch out and put class freak on. It's not so much of a biggie. I think that's pretty much the essentials of what the build will be. Obviously, on a team helps. Always make sure you're running with a good team. That's the most important thing. Shit teammates means you're most likely going to have a shit outcome. But if you're all working together, you're all good. Someone there with your cryo, you can be the tank in the middle. And another thing you want to do is just pop... I haven't got none on me at the moment, but overdrive and psycho buff also helps. But I'll sort that out for another time. But yeah, so for your PA, you know, people are using the left arm jetpack, right arm jetpack. You know, that's fine. You can use all that. So with my chest piece, I'm actually running the welded rebar. So when someone attacks me with the chainsaw, it reflects the damage back onto yeah. So hopefully this helps you, and hopefully see you in the next one.